How's it going, people? Today I'm going to be finally reviewing Spartacus on 4K Ultra HD. Now, without any other further ado, I'm going to go straight into the movie itself, and I will just say that this is a classic in my mind. And I going back into it, because I hadn't seen this movie in quite some time, I really wanted to see if this movie could be a classic, and if Gladiator could be a classic, the both of them standing next to each other, because of the fact that, in my mind, or at least how I remembered it, they were just so similar. And I am so glad that actually coming back to it now, I can realize that there are very, very distinct differences between the two. With this particular film, I feel like, I have to say this again, like Lawrence of Arabia, this movie defines what an epic is in the 1960s. It just has that epic quality to it, from the score of the film to the directing from Stanley Kubrick, and to the acting, particularly from Kirk Douglas here as Spartacus. It is excellent, and it is just, it carries so much weight. You can tell what Spartacus or Kirk Douglas is really feeling without even hearing him talk. Just by looking at his face, it is so expressive. And his emotional journey here is really, really just interesting. And one of the things that separates it from Gladiator, which came out, in 2000. I like the battle scenes here, and I definitely just do like his journey here a little more than in Gladiator, even though I feel like Gladiator, that journey for that character, Maximus, it holds more of an emotional weight because of what happened to his family in that film and all of that, but still, here it is excellent. I'm actually going to give Spartacus a 10 out of 10. And as far as the video quality here, this movie was actually given a 4K scan, which gives it a 4K digital intermediate right from the beginning, with the blue skies and the lack of grain that is in this image. You will be able to tell that this is going to be a top-notch transfer. It is lush, beautiful, and it definitely has been cleaned up quite a bit, and that is just prominent throughout. You will see grain at times. It hasn't been struck of grain, but you definitely want to feel like what, this movie was shot on film, because it was. But that grain is very light, and it doesn't protrude on the image at all. And when you are talking about the detail in this film, that is where this is truly stepped up. You have, the wardrobes here are elaborate, and there are tons of detail that you can see in them. Specifically, just the armor that they have when they go into the Gladiator arena, especially the metal plating that they have on their arm. That all of that is just so detailed here. And then you have the beautiful landscapes, whether it's the sand or the gravel that is on the ground, or just the dust that is flying around. It all is rendered excellently here. And then when you're getting into facial features and close-ups, that is also excellent. The pores that you can see on characters' faces, and just the overall detail in hair and all of that facial hair, it is expertly done here. Now, what does HDR and Dolby Vision bring to the table? It brings excellence. It is awesome. Now, what you just have is, again, these wardrobes that express a lot of different colors and have, like, you know, the Roman guard with their capes and a lot of different colorization throughout that, and that is excellent. The colors of the reds and a lot of the other colors here, they just pop off the screen. And then when you're getting into the blue skies and just the overall color palette of this film is so enhanced by HDR and Dolby Vision here. It is excellent. Skin tones here also get a bump up, and they are a lot more dynamic. They aren't as hot as in the Blu-ray. And then when you're talking about black levels, they are spot on. They do not crush, and they are deep, and you can see into them expertly, along with shadow detail that is excellent as well. I am going to give this a 9 out of 10. They did an excellent job. Along with that, they also did an excellent job on the audio here, and they gave us a DTS-X mix. Now, I love talking about DTS-X because I don't get to talk about it enough. I feel like Universal is one of the only companies that are actually putting out this audio mix. This audio format. And this is just going to show you what it can do. Now, you right from the start, you are just hit like an assault during the overture of this movie, because yes, it does have an overture, with the score of this film, which is so expertly recreated here. It has such punch and vibrance. It flows through your surrounds and through all of your speakers just excellently, but especially through the subwoofer, because bass response here is excellent. Specifically with the score, it definitely just hits, and it is so powerful. Dialogue is excellent. You can tell that some of it is obviously dubbed, but that isn't with this particular mix in general. It has always been that way, and that is just something that I have learned that just to accept about this movie and older movies like this. The dubbing in this particular movie, it is not the greatest, but dialogue is crisp and clear, and when you're getting into the fight scenes here, you will get a lot of atmosphere from the crowds and height speakers, and you will get the action going through from left to right and coursing through your speakers. This is an expertly well done, well mixed audio mix that I'm going to give another 9 out of 10 to. And this actually comes with the Movies Anywhere digital code, which means that you can go to iTunes and or Vudu to get the digital copy there. And with that being said, we're going to go straight into special features, and this is pretty interesting because they have given us almost all the special features on the 4K disc, with the exception of the photo gallery, I believe. The photo gallery is only on the Blu-ray. But you get an interview with Kirk Douglas, which is excellent, and then a boatload of older interviews with people that were involved with the film. But the one with Kirk Douglas is the one to watch. He definitely talks about this and has a lot of information. And then you'll get deleted scenes and theatrical trailers as well. On the Blu-ray side, like I talked about, you will get the photo stills there. I do like that a lot of this was ported over to the 4K disc, and for that, I am actually going to give this a 7 out of 10. I do feel like they did very well here. And getting into my last looks, this movie is an epic in just every definition of the word. It has the action, it has the acting, and it has the gravitas to just take you on an emotional ride that will just give you what you go to the movies for. And this movie was made in the 1960s, which, you know, for a movie to still take you on that ride, it's saying something. And this movie definitely does. When I was younger, had a problem separating this movie with Gladiator. But over time, as I matured, I went back to it this time, and I can say there are clear differences. And for that reason, I can put both of them on the classics list. And when you add up all my scores for Spartacus in 4K Ultra HD, you come out to a 35 out of 40. This is the way to watch this movie because it has the best video quality and audio, and the movie is just that damn good. So coming up next on the channel, I do have Flash Gordon coming to me. I did get the Studio Canal copy imported from the UK because I actually live in the US. So be patient, and I will review it as soon as I get that. And I have a whole slew of releases coming out in August that I will be reviewing. So if you guys are excited about that, and if you have recommendations on things that you would like to see me review, comment down below, let me know. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I don't even say it because you all know it. And now we'll see all of you next time.